Hi, my name is Karen E. Wells and welcome to Module 1 on this professional, fully accredited counselling course. Now, Module 1 is all about counselling skills. So we're looking at exactly what counselling is, what the skills are that you need to make a good counsellor. Now, it might be that you've been drawn to counselling because people naturally open up to you and you're a very good listener. So that's a massive part of being a great counsellor. We're going to look at all the other aspects, the key points that you need, how you can help people, and bring all of that together to make you an effective and a professional counsellor. Before we move further into this module, it's good for you to note that if you're watching this on an app within the Udemy system, then basically at the time of recording, there's an issue with the app for downloading the training manual. Now, we're talking about, at this point, Module 1. Before you're actually watching this module, you will have had access to the counselling training manual, and it's imperative and so important that as we move through this course, you download that training manual and work through it with me. The video modules that I'm going to talk you through are only going to give you so much more information. They're going to give you a limited amount of information, but most of it is going to be found within your training manual. So just to recap, at the time of recording, there's an issue with the Udemy app if you're using it on a tablet or a phone. The best way to presently download the training manual is to go onto a desktop computer and download it that way. There's no issues. If that's a problem for you and you don't have a desktop computer or access to one, then just drop us an email and we'll send that over to you. So we're going to move into Module 1 now, first of all. So this video will turn into slides and I'll walk you through the rest of this module on counselling skills. I'll see you then on Module 2. Have a great day. Okay, so Module 1 is all about counselling skills. So let's look at why you would want to be drawn to go into counselling. So maybe you've been drawn because in everyday life people open up to you and confide any number of their personal problems to you. You might find that this is just something that happens naturally. They trust you, they want your advice. Maybe they feel that you're already a good listener and that you like to help people. So these are absolute valuable qualities to have as a counsellor, and you would make the most of these natural attributes that you already have. So if counselling's your calling, whether you're starting off in counselling or whether you want to add it to your existing therapeutic skills, it's important to develop a framework upon which your new skills will sit. As you progress, you become familiar with these skills so that you can identify the crux of any problem more readily. Confident counselling results in fewer unproductive conversations. So by fine-tuning this professional approach, it enables you to manage your own reactions throughout and will enhance the listening process for your client. It enables others to feel less distressed. So in time, your clients might find that they're able to realise productive and satisfying lives. Counselling's not always easy. You might find that high levels of emotion or negative energy could transfer across to you. And in fact, some counsellors soak this up like a sponge and find it hard to deal with. So there's ways of avoiding transference. Talking to another counsellor is a way of doing so, but counselling as a career is incredibly satisfying. Now, this course is comprehensive and it's the best approach to consistently deal with this, to learn all the skills, is to review the material, absorb it and then reread it, which is why we've given you a fully comprehensive training manual along with the video modules. So you've got to think of this as this is the start of your professional journey and the qualification is waiting for you at the end of it. So when you're developing the counselling skills, you've got to appreciate that they form the foundations of a successful practice. Don't bypass any of the modules, and you've got to consider all of the content in a practical way. Now, counsellors often have empathy because of their own struggles, so these can be useful to assist others. So you need to understand why you do or say things in a certain way. You're the guide, you're encouraging and helping others on a difficult path towards a more positive place. So there's a great deal to learn, but providing that you work steadily throughout this course, you'll find that your knowledge along with your confidence begins to grow. It's a good idea to map your journey by maintaining a journal which records your experiences throughout, as well as any thoughts and feelings as you progress. It's only by making these notes that you're able to assess your own development. So let's look at what counselling is. There's very clear boundaries required within the counselling role, and it's important that you always afford each client with complete confidentiality. So in other words, no information within the sanctuary of the session is passed on to others. There's a strict boundary regarding time, and counselling sessions tend to be between 20 and 40 minutes. You're looking at working on any underlying issues for the client, and it's important to clarify to a client that it takes time for those results to occur. This might seem obvious, but it helps to manage your client's expectations. So for a successful session, you must be able to engage the client and ensure that they feel comfortable so that they're able to speak openly and honestly, that you can assist the client to have a deeper exploration into any issue, that you assist the client to make sense of their problems, you assist the client in the release of their emotions, you assist the client so that they begin to deal with any outstanding problems, and you encourage them to give you feedback as to what they might find helpful. And in that way, you're tailoring your approach to the individual's needs. Now, you might find that some clients often hide the true extent of their distress. And this can happen for a number of reasons, including feeling embarrassed, wishing to protect others, feeling too fatigued, and not wishing to make a fuss about something that they feel they should have been able to deal with. Counselling has to be instinctive. You've got to think about what your motivations are. What is it that you want to give to others? What do you want to achieve from being a counsellor? What are your expectations of those that you want to help? Are there any emotions in which you feel uncomfortable? Are there any emotions in yourself that would give you trouble? Can you cope with the client's feelings towards you, whether they're positive or negative? And are you able to control your own feelings towards those that you help? So, that brings together the end of Module 1. There's more information within the training manual, and you'll find that as you read the training manual, there's some self-assessment questions at the end of Module 1. Now, they're not to submit to us, they're just purely for your own learning. So take your time over that. There's also a task as well, and we'll see you on Module 2.